Okay, MoonKILL Radio. We are here with another one with a special guest, Kurtis Colamonico.
Yeah, you got
so
it
I
right.
don't screw that up, man.
Yeah, you got it right.
Thanks a lot for coming in.
No, thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
Kurtis, we found Kurtis on Instagram, Skatekids, right?
Yeah, Skatekids.
Skatekids. Just a real quick thing is it's something you do. You bring kids in.
Yeah, well, we do after-school programs. So basically, our thing is to build kids' confidence through skateboarding, and we go to 5 different schools during the week, and work for Parks and Rec on the weekends, just to build kids' confidence, kind of teach them to follow their dreams, set goals, and just to never give up. Because if you never give up on a skateboard trick, you're always going to get it. And if you never give up on anything you want in life, you'll always get it. You know what I mean? So it's trying to teaching them life lessons through skateboarding as well. So
Well, you know what, we're gonna get heavy into it, but let's start off with Kurtis the man.
Yeah.
Let's start with some little humble beginnings, man.
Well, just kid growing up in Long Beach, you know what I mean? Found skateboarding when my grandma's neighbor was skating. I seen him, he was on a ramp. I was just like, man, that looks awesome, you know? Like, I surfed, I did this with my dad because my dad was a rad dad, you know? And then I seen him skateboarding. I'm like, hey, let me try that, you know what I mean? Never done it before. Well, I'd ridden on a skateboard, but not on a ramp, you know what I mean?
Okay.
And he had the double tail, like the new school, not the old school. So I'm like, let me see that. Never hit a ramp. Took it, hit the ramp, smashed my head first try. I think I gave my grandma a heart attack, but you know. And then I was like, no, I'm gonna do it. And then just my motivation just shot up. Like, okay, I failed, but I know I can do this, so I'm going to do it. You know, like what? I can't remember, maybe 5-10 tries later, I got it. You know what I mean? I know the neighbor's probably like, haha, I'm gonna watch this kid fall for a while before he gets it. You know what I mean? He saw some good ones, but you know what? I didn't leave until I rolled away. Hey,
right on.
And then it just became like a passion for me, a love. It just was everything I wanted to do, you know? Like, it wasn't easy, and I always like a challenge, and then it was fun. A challenge that's fun, you know what I mean? Like, some challenges aren't fun, but it is what it is. But
It's funny how hurting yourself gets fun when you're younger.
I still love it, though. I'm 34. I still love it. Like, I don't love it the next few days, but I love it within the time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But, hey, at the end of the day, physical pain is way better than mental pain, right?
Oh, yeah, for sure. I'll take that.
So, right? And so I just kept skating, and I'm like, this is what I want to do. I want to be a pro skateboarder. That's what I want to do. And I put that mindset in my mind for a long time. And I just kept on going, never gave up, just was learning. Like, I came home and I didn't even like doing homework, you know what I mean? But I'm like, all right, if I get my homework done on the first day, I could skate the rest of the time, you know? And so I'm like, I'd get it home, like you get the packets on the first day of school, you know what I mean? Or first week. Every week, I just get it all done the first day. My parents like, who are you? I'm just like a kid that wants to skate, you know? Like, I'm like, I found something I love. And then, dude, I just going on from there. About 14, I got my first sponsor. It was like On Edge Surf and Skate, and then
now 14. I mean, is that?
I started probably like at 11, 10, where I was trying to do tricks. I could always like ride on a board. I think I was 10 years old when he first got that ramp.
But I mean, like for those that don't know, you're still an actual pro skater.
Yeah, I did make it pro.
Skater.
Yeah, and I am. Once you make it, you never lose it. You know, you pay those dues.
So from an amateur, just average Mo on the street skating, what's the difference in that and going pro?
Going pro is cool. You get your own name on a board. You get to pick the graphic. You know what I mean? Just something you work for. Your name on a board. Your name on a shirt. Your name on wheels. You know, and you just pay your dues. And at the same time, like, there's checks coming in. You're flying around the world. And just, 30 different countries just from skateboarding. I would have never thought I'd leave Long Beach, you know? Like, I didn't grow up in a rich family and whatnot. So I'm just like, all right, I'll take it, you know? Thank you, Jesus.
Yeah. So what companies, what was the first one you got sponsored with?
Well, it was like On Edge, and then it started On Edge, and then Furnace Skate Shop, which I still skate for. It's been like 17 years I've
And
skated
that's
for
where?
them. Cypress, California.
In Cypress, all right.
I think it was like Globe or Audio Shoes, one of them. I rode for both, like at different times.
Wow.
And then World Industries is what I went pro for. I rode for them for a good, like, I don't know, 10 years or something. I think I rode for them for like 5 years, flowed, where it's like you're almost in, but they're just giving you stuff because you're good. You're trying to make it to that spot. Then I quit to go to Monkey Sticks because they gave me a better deal. They flew me around the world for about 7 years. Then, then I skated for Billabong for, 9 years. Then Famous Stars and Straps for a long time. Now I ride for Hosoi Skateboards, Diamond Supply, Bones Bearings. Adidas hooks me up with shoes still. What else?
That's never a
Furnace
bad
Skate
thing.
Shop, and then my own company, Skatekids. You know what I mean? I'm going to sponsor myself. But, no. I'm like, I earned that one too. So
Yeah, you earned that one.
Yeah.
You earned that one.
Hard work.
Yeah. So, I mean, we were still sponsored and still pro.
Yeah. No
technically,
paychecks,
right?
just getting product. You know
Just
what I
get
mean?
product.
Yeah. And then most of those companies donate product to skate kids, so then they already got some really cool stuff to earn through giving, like, trying their best, not giving up, taking good falls. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like they earn cool product. Dude, that's right. We got a whole little. We can get into that too. Whole little program for the kids. So.
Yeah. We'll get that. Well, let's get the number one cheesy question out of the way.
Yeah.
For any pro skater, right? How many times you've been asked, "Do you know Tony Hawk?"
I've met him a couple times, but he skates half pipe. I
Let's get that out of the way now.
So it's like yeah. Like we've met a few times because he rode for audio, I rode for audio. There's audio video, so we met there. We've been around each other a good amount of times, but he's older skater and as well he's half pipe skater, which is called vert, and then I'm a street skater, so it's more stairs, handrails.
Okay.
More break your body type of stuff.
The more dangerous.
Yeah.
Man, no hazard pay with that one.
Right. All good.
Like I said, just get that cheesy question out of the way.
Yeah,
Everyone,
no
how many times have you been asked that one?
I think it's like the number one, huh?
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
You know Tony Hawk. I mean,
Yeah. I've met some of the other people I've met. Is man, everyone asks that. So yeah, let's get that cheesy one out of the way first. Now who are some of your influences?
Well,
Or like growing up, like who were you looking up to?
Andrew Reynolds for sure. That was one of my favorite skaters. Jeff Rowley, Chad Fernandez, which he helped my career out real big. You know what I mean? Getting me on World Industries, getting me on Osiris for a little bit. Just a few other companies like who else? Day One Song, which is still progressing to this day at like 50. He's the best skateboarder ever. And then. Yeah, those were the main. Ronnie Krieger. There's so many, like not so many, but there's like a good 2 handfuls of people I just really look up to. Yeah. Whether it's like like they're amazing at skateboarding, or they just got a good head on their shoulders. You know what I mean? So.
What about new skaters? You
new
watching
skaters?
The new guys?
Yeah. Well, just
like, who are you eyeballing right now, man?
Well, no, it's just fun to watch Nyjah, and then my buddy Chris Jocelyn. Like they just got so the Olympics. Skateboarding is going to be in the Olympics 2020. Nyjah and my buddy Chris. So Nyjah, I like this kid's on another level. I think I was like 20 something. He was like 11 or 12. He was already skating pro contests. I was skating pro contests right before I went pro, but we like tied for 4th place in a pro contest. But he's like this little tiny kid jumping down the biggest rails. I'm like, who are you? You know? Yeah, Nyjah.
Oh, that guy's badass. Man.
Yeah, no, and he kills it. So I already feel like we won the Olympics in skateboarding. You know what I mean? We got them out there, and Louis Lopez. That's another little. So there's so many good kids these days. Skateboarding's progressed to just. Like a video game. I mean, speaking of Tony Hawk, it's like their Tony Hawk Pro Skateboarder stuff wasn't like those weren't they were real tricks, but you couldn't put those combinations together. In my day, they're putting them together in this day. You're like, dude, I can't even comprehend that. You know what I mean? But good for you. I'm old school.
Oh yeah, man. No, serious. Like you look at them like, man, I would never been able to do that shit.
No, for real. Yeah. It's crazy.
Oh man. Yeah, I've noticed Nyjah's been on top of everyone's list.
Yeah.
Seemed like
He is on top, dude. That guy's way more on point.
Well, another guy I follow. What is it? Skateboard clips.
Oh yeah, they just have a huge following.
Yeah, but they seem, and I just doing a little research on you, before for this. I always see a lot of clips, and they're pretty dope. They're pretty badass. Of Shekels?
Oh, Sheckler's a good friend of mine too. Yeah. Because he rode for World Industries when I was riding for World Industries too. So we know each other pretty well. You know what I mean? It's cool. He's a good guy.
Got some
man.
great clips
Love
out
that
there
guy.
himself.
Just like family to me. But yeah, no, he kills it, dude. And he's like, you know what I mean? He's way younger than me, but he's getting older too.
Getting up there. Huh?
Yeah, Nigel's still young. Sheckler's, he's not old though. He's still got it in him. But I'm like, it's crazy because it's like the youngins when I was, you know what I mean, young, are like getting like, whoa. I'm like, I am old. I'm like, well, for the skate industry, the kids are like adults, and you're like,
right.
Time flies, man.
You start hitting your upper 20s and you're feeling older and
oh yeah, my back, I started getting back problems at 26, 27 years old, feet problems, but it's all worth it. You know what I mean? I'll take it every day for what skateboarding was able to let me do, travel the world, meet amazing people, and all the people I've met. It's like I was good to everybody because I care about people. And then it's just now with Skatekids, it's like all these people I met, they're donating stuff for our program for the kids. So these kids are getting real good skate gear through Skatekids, and they're, getting the best of the best. Like my whole thing was I always want to hang out with a pro, so I'm like, let's bring as many pros in to skate with these kids and do lessons. You know what I mean? Yeah, it is a price, but at the end of the day, you're gonna get the best coaching. You're gonna get skate with somebody you look up to. So it's like something you'll always remember.
Well, for us being a music show, but cultural show, give us just a little bit of soundtrack to Kurtis's skating, throughout the years, man.
What do you mean? I'm trying to catch soundtrack. Just
like when you first started, what was Big Kurtis into? Later on, what were you getting into? Like, who have you? I mean, being on tour, I'm sure you've met.
Yeah.
Whoever, you know what I mean.
Well, skateboarding brought me a long way. You know what I mean? Like a lot of different things I would have never thought riding a skateboard would bring you. It did bring me all around the world. It brought me to meet a lot of rad people, but then skating for famous stars and straps was that was a big plus in my career. There's a lot of money coming in, not just from them, but everybody else, because it was like accepting, I was getting accepted more into the industry, and Famous wasn't even a skate brand. It's Travis Barker's clothing company, so... That being said, I went on tour with Plus 44. Like, Paul Wall's one of my good friends now. I've been on stage with 3-6 Mafia. I know them really good. Lil White's a good friend. Like, Young Dro. Like, all these crazy people, I would always buy their CDs. Like, they're coming up to me. What's up? I'm not a fan out type of guy because I skateboard as well. I'm kind of in, that type of industry where people are always either asking you for your autograph or, kids are like, hey, can I have this? Can I have that? So, I get it. I love the kids and whatnot, but I'm not going to fan out. Hey, take a picture with me. Hey, and you know what I mean? I just feel I realized by, doing that and just being myself and just letting them be, they're coming up to me saying, what's up? You know what I mean? And the friendship's just getting stronger and stronger. So... during that famous time, I lived a pretty cool little rock star life, it was all the girls, all the, you know what I mean, parties, all the everything, which is definitely some great memories. I'm not going to lie. Yeah. I'm older now, had to settle down, but I'm there were some good times.
Oh, bad, man. Yeah.
And, it's just good times, man. Skateboarding. Then I had sponsors like Lexani. Lexani made shoes, so I had my whole car hooked up. I got rims for free, a Lexani grill for free. So it was
not just clothes and boards and everything. It was
insane. Then I rode for Mophie, which is the charger case company, but it's they're $100 a case. And then I pitched a deal to them, and they wanted my headgear, but I'm if I get an energy drink sponsor, they pay me this much. If you want me to wear a hat all the time, you got to pay me a certain amount. You know what I mean? and boom, got that deal. So it's like they brought me to some crazy parties because it's like a multi-million-dollar company, you know, and it's just like I'm like, whoa, you know, like, and then other skateboarders, because I kind of went more corporate than most of the skate world before it went corporate, so everybody was hating on it when I was doing it, you know what I mean? And then it's so funny because like even with famous people were hating on it, and then when they seen how good I was doing, I had Charger, $10,000 paint job, you know, with like looking nice, always had jewelry because I was winning contests, doing this, working my ass off, you know, but. And
well,
then,
you're still working your ass off.
Yeah, just in a different way for the kids now. So.
Well, no, I mean, but then you're still.
Yeah, no, you gotta earn it.
Yeah, you're still earning it.
So they're just like, hey, can you get me on this? I'm like, dude, you're the dude hating on me for riding for these companies, and now you're asking me for a job, pretty much. I'm like, sorry, you know what I mean? Like, you can't switch it up like that, dude. Yeah, so no, it brought a really cool little section of my life, you know what I mean? Which I never thought I'd have, but. Hey, it's like you work at anything you want, you'll get it. You know what I mean? And like I got even more than I was asking for.
Yeah, right. You just wanted a little taste of
it. Yeah. I was like, just put me out there a little bit, like bam, I'm like in the mix. I was like, I'll take it. Tail, bend those knees. Good. Use that tail, bend those knees. Use that tail, bend those knees. You can do it. Yeah, buddy. Hey, how'd that feel?
Good!
Game 5. Bam!
All right, so we got through Kurtis the man, or the Kurtis the coming up, getting where you're at now. And right now, part of the reason why, like I said, like if for anyone that knows MoonKILL, you know, it's a music thing, but what I love is the culture. Again, for me, growing up in a hip hop culture, a punk culture, skating was big. You know, like we said earlier, when you're a kid, the only transportation you got is a freaking skateboard half the time. Man. You know, and that just lasted through the years. And I've always, you know, wanted this to be cultural. So what we're gonna get into now is your Skatekids, which is awesome. You guys look at it, Skatekids on Instagram.
Yeah, the Skatekids on Instagram.
The Skatekids. Yeah. Are you anywhere else on
Facebook? Same thing, the Skatekids. And then if you want to go to YouTube, we have a YouTube page which is Skatekids, just Skatekids. So.
Okay. What started that? Like where did you come up with that?
Well, you know, like skateboarding was slowing down. You know what I mean? You get a little older, they want the new, the next generation, pretty much. And you know, it's an action sport. That's what happens in every action sport.
Right.
I had a kid in 2011, Cruz, and you know, I knew like I had to fall back on something. I always wanted to be a teacher, but I'm like, all right, I don't want to go back to school. Nothing's wrong with school. Stay in school, kids, but. Right. It's not for everybody. I'm not gonna lie. So, but yeah. So, and then around 2 years old, you know what I mean. I was always putting him on a skateboard, and he had the balance. It was like making me real happy, like being the skate dad, you know. And he started getting into it, and he started loving it, and letting me teach him. So from 2 to like 4 years old, I think. I was just kind of teaching him, and it just like seeing the smiles on his face and seeing him just really love it. I'm like, dude, like, why don't I just teach kids? You know what I mean? So I'm like, I always want to be a teacher. I'm like, I don't want to go back to school. I'm like, so why don't I just teach what I know best, skateboarding? So I literally, like, and you know what I mean? Like, nobody taught me to save. Like, I've had tons of money spent it, and like, I'm like, okay, so, you know, I had some money saved up from skateboard, nothing, you know, nothing crazy, but like I should have, but, so I went to Staples, dude, $20 worth of business cards, and just started handing them out at, El Dorado Skate Park. You know, it wasn't the easiest in the beginning because the way I look, I'm like, hey, no, I do lessons, this and that. Some parents are like, oh, cool, and some parents are like, yeah, right. You can just see it in their face, but it is what it is. I get it, But so then, a few parents, gave me the chance, and I've always been good with kids. I've always helped out. I worked in schools when I was in high school, doing it's real crazy, but they called me Coach Kurtis when I worked at this Montessori, and could I go outside and play with the kids, and now that's what I'm called every day. I'm like, the coincidences, But I still trip out on that one. So so I just they gave me the chance, and then more parents that would see me out there working with the kids that I was out there with in the very beginning. It was like 3 or 4 kids. More parents, even the ones that I gave them to, and I know they probably tossed them, were like, hey, could we get another card? You know what I mean? I was getting more chances because people would see how I work with the kids.
Yeah.
And then, you know what I mean? After I had like 15, 20 kids racked up that I've been teaching or off and on teaching, I was like, all right, now I'm going to do camps. You know what I mean? So I'm like, I would do teaching through the week. And it was cool because my son was 4 and he loved skateboarding, and everybody knew him at the skate park. So he was safe. Everybody's watching for him because it's my son. Like, I'm respected at the park. I'm like, better than run my kid over. No, but everybody respected. And so I would go bring crews, and then I just coach and tell him, hey, daddy's working. This is what I got to do so we can eat, have good things, do fun things. And then you have fun. If you need some water, you need your snacks, you can come tell me. You know what I mean? Yeah. So he had fun, make friends at the park while I'm making money at the park, teaching other kids. Then it's cool because he got to watch me help others, you know what I mean, and help kids. So it's just trying to stall that in his head and all the other kids' heads, just help others, help people. And went from there, and then started doing the camps, like I said, and then I'd have like 10 kids, 8 to 10, 15 kids at a camp, and then just kind of generated enough money to buy a trailer, and then an enclosed trailer, and then hit up Keen Ramps. I got some ramps, and then finally got insurance. Nobody knew I was doing it without insurance in the beginning. Finally got insurance, and then started reaching out to schools. And I was just, I put everything on paper together, you know what I mean, strategy, and like structure, because, you can't just be like, hey, I'm going to teach your kids in school. Put everything legitimately. I was walking in the schools, like thinking, okay, face to face is always better, you know what I mean? But when they don't know that you're coming and you look like me, they're like, who is this dude walking into our school? I'm like, I want to be like,
all tatted up and shit. And
I'm like, I'm here to I run a program, which we're an after school program. We build kids' confidence through skateboarding, and like most of the time, people would respect right when I started talking because they could hear the passion coming in my voice about what I want to do. Sometimes they just give me the bad look and whatnot, but it took about 3 years to get into one school. But it's like I got so many no's, you know what I mean? But I'm like, just like skateboarding taught me, there's no giving up. If you want it and keep going, you will get it. And so I just kept going. I'm like, well, somebody's going to grasp on, it's going to happen. Like, same thing with skateboarding. I had, my parents, family, friends, girlfriends, family. Hey, you need to get a real job. Skateboarding's not a real job. Boom, boom, boom. Couple months after, like year after, boom, I'm traveling the world, and all the family, cousins, friends, like, my cousin, that's my cousin. I'm like, oh yeah, now I'm your cousin. Now I don't need a real job, huh? Because I'm making it. Like,
skates for a living.
Yeah, right. But I'm like, hated before, but all good. I don't let no, like, it's just when you don't care about what people think, you go so much farther in life. It's like people, like, the world installs fear into you. The news, that even your closest friends, closest family will install fear, but if you don't fear anything about what you want to do, you'll get there way faster. It's just like, screw you, not screw you, but just, hey, I don't want to say it, and then just don't let it get you. And same thing with Skatekids. Even my friends were like, oh yeah, who's gonna let you work with kids? Who's gonna, you know what I mean? And I'm just like, watch, and then after 3 years, I got one school. After another year, I got 5 schools and 3 parks and rec deals and contracts within 3 weeks. And I was like, man, thank you, Jesus. You know what I mean? I'm like, it's like, it's like you never want to give up, but you're like, man, is it time? Or do I just go get a normal job? I'm not normal in my head, I'm different. I got big dreams, and I'm like, I know I can get there. And then, bam, I got it. I was like, wow, this is amazing. And then we've been with every school since then, like Fairmont Private Schools, Ethan Allen Elementary, Montessori Greenhouse, Christ Lutheran, Costa Mesa, Yorba Linda Parks and Rec, Anaheim Parks and Rec, Costa Mesa Parks and Rec.
Now, some of these schools, are any of them the ones that gave you the no before?
No.
No?
No.
Have you been back to those ones yet? Or
No, because I can't even grasp onto any more work right now. We're pretty much full.
Oh, just full?
Yeah,
Huh?
you can only do 5 schools. You can only do, you know what I mean? Because it's one trailer. You can't hit more than 5 schools in a week because it's an after-school program. So it's like you can't do 2 a day because it's hour and a half. Like, it's like gets a little late. But I'm just doing stuff with the city of Long Beach as well. Like, we don't work with Parks and Rec because they're a little hard to deal with, but we do all the special events in the city of Long Beach. Then we do, like, Manchester Elementary has a fun day we do every year. Then and then I just got a really cool deal, like teaching let's just say a really big stars kid. You know what I mean? I can't go into too much detail there, but it's an amazing deal. It's a blessing, and it's like there's another avenue that I'm seeing there, so I'm just trying to go on, and I'm glad everything, I like the things to go slow so I can take it on. Like, everybody's like, you need to do this, you need to do that, you need to do, you can have so much more, but can I take it on? No, I have to learn. It's a process,
Baby steps, man.
Exactly. People take too much on. Business is done in a year, 2, 3, 4, you know what I mean? Like, I'm, on to the 5th year right now, so
been doing this for 5 years.
Almost 5 years. So 4 years and a little over, 4 years and a quarter. We started 2014. I got the name, but I didn't start till after Christmas 2015. So, or no, 2014's Christmas, and then January was like my first lesson. So pretty much we started 2015.
Now, just by registering the name, that was probably a big old, like, oh shit, what I do.
Yeah,
right?
No, it was cool. I was just like, yeah, like, dude, I got this. I went and got a DBA of car, like a DBA account, Skatekids, my name. I'm like, bam, you know what I mean? Now I just got to get money on this car. I got to get money in that account. Like, I'm just paying for the account, ain't no money in there yet, but we'll get it.
Yeah.
So,
when I just registered the MoonKIll name, it was like, it's kind of like one of those things, you come home with a drum set or something, you're like, oh, what do I do now?
Yeah. Nah, dude, you'll get it. We're sitting here, right?
Yeah.
It's all good.
Yeah. But that moment, it's like, oh, man.
Yeah.
You're in it now, man.
Now you got to work.
Yeah. Now you got to get it going.
Yeah.
Well, that's cool. You been doing it 4 years. I just real quick, I just bring it up is the latest mishap. Is that the only one you've had by getting your trailer stolen, which I saw, you fucks out there, man.
That was a crazy one. I just stopped to do some work and eat at George's Greek Cafe in Lakewood. It was around Christmas time, so there's always those little thief-ass people out there trying to look for the easiest come out to hook their family up. It's like, man, go work. Like, what the heck, dude? Like, I don't know what you thought was in my trailer, Like, there was, some ramps, some kids' skateboards, a few T-shirts. Like, you ain't getting much out of it, and I never locked my trailer on my car because I'm like, nobody's going to pick my 7,000-pound trailer up and roll it away and put it on there. Like, that was never a thought in my head. And I came out, and I'm like, there's a car parked behind my car, but my trailer was I'm like, did I take it home? It made me second guess myself. I'm like, no, I double parked. That's why I'm parked backwards. You know what I mean? I'm like, what the heck? And then that's a great, dude, we got it back in 48 hours just because of the community. We do so much stuff with the community, and so much people have respect. Thank you, everybody that, you know what I mean, reached out there, reposted. There's over 1,000 reposts on Instagram story. There's over 800 reposts on Facebook. And we ended up getting a Facebook direct message from somebody that I taught through the beach streets, which is what we do with Long Beach. They knew the trailer. They knew me, you know what I mean, from working with their kid through that event. And they direct message us like, hey, your trailer's at this address over here. And I got that at 10 at night, the second day. And I'm thinking, man, well, no, I knew life wasn't over. I already hit people. I was like, I can't let the kids down. I hit people like, hey, we need boards. Okay, Keen ramped. I need to borrow ramps until we could get back up. Boom, boards were going to be sent. Ramps were going to be given to us. All right, now I got to go rent a trailer, just in case. I'm not going to let the kids down. I'm going to make shit happen.
Yeah.
And then we got that message. I'm like, it's 10 trailers in Compton. I'm like, all right, well, there's only one way to go about this one. You know what I mean? Rolled over some old friend's house, should I say? You guys are going with me right now because you know this, lingo, let's say, a little better than me, and so we went over there, called I was like, look, I got you guys here to make sure everything's all right, but there's already a police report on it, so let's try to do the right thing. And they were like, all right. And I'm like, dude, it's already a report. I can't go, you know what I mean? It's got my face on it. So, we get
smash it.
Yeah, we get there, and it's just in front of a house. And then so I call Compton Police, the station where it's nearest to. I'm like, look, I'm looking at my stolen trailer. It's in front of this house. I want to take it home, but I need you guys to release it to me. Can you come out? He's like, no, if we come out, we're going to have to tow it, and you have to pay to get it out the next day. I'm like, well, I have my hitch on my car. I was like, I can take it. I just need you to release it so I'm not taking my stolen trailer. I'm not stealing my own trailer. You know what I mean? I'm not getting pulled over on the way home because and he's like, well, if we come out, we're going to have to tow it. And I'm like, okay, well then can you come out just to make sure we're safe? No. And I'm like, to protect and serve. You guys are doing a great job. Right. Great job, guys.
Right.
I'm like, all right, guys, well, you heard that. Let's go get it. So we get out and you know what I mean. It was definitely pretty sketchy.
So you just pulled up,
pulled up. And no, it wasn't that easy.
No.
it was a mission. Believe me, my heart was beating a little bit. But so we got there. They took the the winder off. You know what I mean, to roll take it up. They bent the leg, so then there was no way to steal it back. You had to break the leg out to steal it back or you know what I mean, bend it up. And that was the only way. And the cops didn't want to come. So I'm like, well, whatever. We opened it. The ramps were still in there. The only thing they took was the skateboards. I'm like, you took some kids' skateboards where you get $50 on the street for all 12 of them? They're all chipped. You know what I mean? They're for the kids, dude. What the heck? Kids been throwing these things around for 2 years now.
You found the trailer in Compton. PD's not helping you.
Yeah.
But you couldn't just hook it up and go.
No, we couldn't hook it up. They took the winder off, you know what I mean? And then we got a screwdriver, put it through the hole that the bolt goes through to bolt onto the winder, or to the thing that winds the hitch up. And so we put a screwdriver, tried to wind it up, but it only go up so much because they bent the leg. So there was no other way to get it out other than smashing the leg out from under it, picking it up and putting it on it. Because we tried to put it on the trailer and just pull away and try to bend the leg, but it was just tearing the street up. I'm like, I'm not getting in trouble for this. You know what I mean? I'm like, dude, who knows what's going to happen if we tear the street up. So then my buddy's like, look, you got the tire iron in the back, you know what I mean? And he just I was like, well, let's bend it out, you know what I mean? It's 11 at night at this time. We're in the middle of Compton, don't know where we're, you know what I mean?
In front of someone's house.
Yeah, in front of someone's house. There's cars already driving by, and it'd be 2 at a time, one on this side, one on that side. So who knows if it's in the front of the person's house that took it, you know what I mean? People are not the smartest these days. I'm like, whatever. And then
did anyone come out of that house?
Yeah, they were coming out the back and watching, but I'm like, I ain't even dealing with you guys. I'm taking my shit back.
But they were just watching though.
No, they would pop out and then pop in and pop out. So it was sketchy, dude.
Yeah.
So then he just starts trying to knock and bend the leg out. After 45 minutes of trying to smack it at 11, that's almost 11:45 now. You know what I mean? Guess who? and it's loud. People are just like, "What is going on?" And I'm just like,
and this is what day was this?
"Oh, it's middle of the week." Like
Tuesday,
Monday or Tuesday, yeah. It's like it wasn't no weekend or anything, you know. Like we were waking people up for sure, but you don't take my trailer, I'm gonna take it back. Cops ain't help me, we're gonna get it. Brought my homies for a reason.
Yeah.
But so we're knocking it out. Yeah, my homie DJ's Oh no, was it DJ? Yeah, DJ's knocking it out. My homie Ranya's like sitting there. He's watching all the corners because you know they're with the business. So he's like, I know what we need to do. And then I'm just sitting there like, all right, let's get out of here. Like, let's get this going. And so then guess who rolls up? The police roll up and they're like, yeah, well, we got a call because you guys are making noise. I was like, well, at least you're here because we tried to call you and the dude at the front desk said you're going to tow it, so you're not going to send you out. Just trying to make sure we were safe, so thanks for coming. Yeah. I'm like, here's all my paperwork. I'm on the side of the trailer. This is mine. We're just taking it back. And he's like, we're not going to tow your trailer, dude. He's like, here. He's like, let us help you. So the cop and the guy, like my boys, are picking it up, trying to smash it against the curb. And my boys did not want the cops there. You know, like, but it was what it was. So it's like, it was like teamwork from two different sides. Let's put it that way. So it was rad, dude. I'm like, I got the good guys and the kind of good, like, you know, they're all good people. Let's put it that way. But, you know,
they just do their own thing.
Yeah. And, so, like, they're helping, and then the cops are like, here, we're going to go get you a sledgehammer from the office. So they go get a sledgehammer, put it in my buddy's hands. I'm like, oh, okay. You know, and then he starts smashing out. We finally bend the leg all the way up. Cops help get it on the trailer, and then we're out by like 12:45. The cops are like, you guys need to be out of here quick. Like, what are you doing? And I'm just like, getting my trailer back, man. The kids need this, dude. It's funny because they spray painted the logos out and the website so nobody could get a hold of me. But I'm like, it still says Skatekids. You know what I mean? They sprayed the kids out. They sprayed the logo. Like,
the face is on.
My face is still on it.
Yours is on.
Yeah, my face, the kids' faces. I'm like, man, these guys are like, I would have rolled over it if I did some sketchy shit like that, you know? Yeah. So then, you know, that's how we got that back, and it was a crazy 48 hours. But I'm like, thank you, God. Got the trailer back. Pulled up to the first school with the spray paint still stuck on it, looking so hood. But I'm like, I'm here, you know. And everybody knew my trailer got stolen, so they weren't hating. It's not like, you know, there's some ghetto company rolling up. There's like just super, you know, like, where did these guys come from? But
well, it was a good thing you got it back, though.
Yeah, blessings.
And most
dude.
of the stuff with it.
Most everything was in there, but the kids' skateboards. But thanks to Dark Star Skateboards, and Chet Thomas, they hooked us up with 15 more boards.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool. I mean, has that been the only real mishap you've had?
That's been the only real mishap we've had. You know what I mean? That's like, yeah. That was the biggest one. Let's say that. Yeah.
Hey, what's a good story to tell?
Stole my life and they took my life without taking my life. You know what I mean? I'm like, I worked so long for this thing, dude. Like, you took my business from me like that. Just shows you anything can go at any time in this world, you know. But
dude, if it ain't nailed down, it should be took, man.
Right?
Yeah. I know. Again, from experience, being a dumbass kid myself, if it ain't nailed down, we'll take it.
Yeah, right.
You know, like I look back now, man, I regret, doing dumb shit.
Yeah.
Or even being a kid stealing boards because I really didn't have one of my own. You know, so it's like I wanted to go skate. Oh, you just walk down the street. Hey, look at that.
Yeah.
There we go. We're gone.
Right.
And the same thing. I'm not gonna go past the same house, so I'll just leave it wherever I can, Yeah, if they nail down, take care of your stuff, man. And you damn people, leave the kids alone. Stop picking on the kids.
Yeah, right.
So from here on out, what's so you're doing what, schools?
Yeah,
you're doing recs, parks. I mean,
parks and rec. It's just mainly building kids' confidence through skateboarding.
What else is on the plate, man? Like I mean, Are you looking to expand?
Oh
or-
yeah, dude. I want a
You know what I mean?
franchise sooner or later. You know what I mean? It's gonna take a while to get there, but time is everything. You know what I mean? That's the one thing we do have as humans. You know, we got time. We got years. You know, it's like, it's just, you know, having faith. Anything can happen, but at the end of the day, you got to plan for the big picture. So, I'd love to franchise. You know, I'm trying to build just the foundation because 2020, the Olympics. Skateboarding's coming to the Olympics. There's gonna be, I see it coming. There's gonna be a way more supply and demand on skateboard lessons, and
They
we
gonna blow up?
have one, two. We have T.J. Rogers. We have Fabricio Tantos, Tony Tave, Ronson Lambert. Then we got, those are all our pro coaches other than myself. So those are all pro coaches that do private lessons, and
Through Skate
through
Kids.
Skatekids,
Okay.
yes. So it's, we don't only do the after school. We do private lessons, skate camps, birthday parties, the whole 9 yards. You know what I mean? Demos.
During the week, weekends, everything. Or
Yeah, we
you
just do it when people have it. We have time. We just kind of decide on a date. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We'll get it out there. Like, I got guys going out, but there's gonna be way more needed. So I'm just trying to put everything down. So when the supply on demand comes, the only place you can go get legitimate skateboard lessons from a professional skateboarder will be Skatekids. So, you know, I'm like, and then I want to franchise my company and just, you know, my whole plan was to help skateboarders and just help kids. It's like every skateboarder needs a job after skateboarding. You know what I mean? It's like, you know, like not everyone needs a job, but everybody can build their own things as well. But I want to be able to, you know what I mean, give back, because I know how hard it was for me to build this. I just want to lay a foundation down and be like, hey, it's this easy. You know what I mean? You want to come on and work? I will help you make your living. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
So then you got something to fall back on that you still love. So you don't have to switch it up. You're always doing something you like. And then you're going to love it even more because you're helping the youth. And when you see the smile on the youth's face, it's the most amazing thing in the world, and touches you here as well, you know? So it's just like it builds your own soul as while you're building their soul, you know? So,
Well, that's good too, because like you said, you're helping even the skaters themselves teach and have a, like you said, you know, you can't skate forever, man.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
seems like some guys can.
very
you know,
few.
very few,
yeah,
but
yeah,
it's-
they-
you know, but you know, because I know, you know, throughout the years, there's some skaters that I've seen, whether it be in videos or documentaries or magazines, and you're like, man, he is jacked up.
yeah, no.
You know, but you don't, again, you know, like, you know, when you're a kid and you get sponsored or whatever, you know, you don't, no one teaches you how to live.
Yeah.
So they don't teach you to put away for later.
And even if they do put away, you know what I mean? Like,
It's-
if you want to get a trailer, I have everything down. You know what I mean? You want to
Yeah.
invest in a trailer, I'm like, the percentage will go to Skate Kids, and you'll get the bigger percentage to you, and I will give you the platform to build yourself. You
Well,
know
that's
what
what I mean. Yeah.
So it's, you know,
That's-
I see a lot coming in the next, you know what I mean, 5 to 10 years, and hopefully Skate Kids is everywhere, you know. And like,
Yeah.
there's a ton of skaters having fun, falling back on something they love, and thousands more kids skateboarding, and just, you know what I mean,
Now you
being
see-
strong individuals, dude. Skateboarding will toughen you up more than anything. You know, it's like some of these kids these days, you're just like, man, who babied you your whole life? You know, like, not being mean, but
Yeah.
it's like, you know, it's like, and a lot of parents put their kids in our program to, you know what I mean, build their confidence, toughen them up, because, you know, it's like skateboarding will do that. You got to learn that if you fall, it's not the end of the world. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, and there's no reason to keep whining about it. If you fall, you get back up, you run it off. And that's what we teach them. We'll run it off with the kids. You know what I mean? Act like we fall while we're running, and they'll forget about that pain.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But
Yeah,
then it
yeah.
teaches them. And it's like, there's been kids that come to the program, and, you know, what they kind of cry in the very beginning for taking falls. And now these kids fall, slam, run back, and go get the trick. You
Just
know? And
go
that's-
get it. Go after it.
That's an amazing thing to see.
Yeah. Now, I mean, skateboarding is over the years, like watching it through the 80s. It had its time, you know. It's like a lot of the stuff. It had a downtime, it had ups and ups and downs, and then especially ever since like X Games,
Yeah.
right? It's been on the world platform.
Yeah, that's what the amazing.
But do you see the Olympics doing even more because it's going to be in the Olympics now?
Oh yeah. I just see the Olympics bringing skateboarding's kind of always been frowned upon. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
By certain, by a lot of people, and it's just like, how am I trying to say this? Like skateboarding's been frowned upon, but it's like everything's been frowned upon. You know what I mean? It's not like this, that, and the other. It's you can't do this. You're not a good person if you do this. It's like skateboarders are great people too. It's like it's not our fault that the skate spots are perfect spots at schools or businesses, or you know what I mean. But now they have skate parks. When I was growing up, you only had certain places. You got to find spots in different places. Now they're building amazing skate spots. But it was frowned upon. But
everywhere now.
I feel like the Olympics is gonna bring skateboarding to a better place, to a bigger place, and be able to support more athletes going hard. At the same time, people aren't gonna look at us, you know what I mean? They're gonna look at us and respect us now, like a lot more, because we are an Olympic sport. So
now it's Olympic sport. I mean, being an older skater, do you still have? Is there any of that? I don't want to say hate
towards the Olympics?
Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
I'm all about
hate,
building. There's a lot of it. There's a lot of that through the industry, but myself...
Or like they won't represent it the way you that we all lived it. Or you know what I mean?
But at the end of the day, it's just going to build it to a better thing. You know what I mean? Change is good. Everybody, people don't like change, so that's why they get stuck in their own ways. You know what I mean? Like, once you learn to deal with change with the world. Like, everything, every company, clothing companies need to change. You can't just be one style. You know what I mean? You have to go with the flow of the world in order to sell your product. And it's just, you know what I mean? If the skateboarding don't go with the flow of the world and with the Olympics, they ain't going to make money. But they will, because they know, you know what I mean? And more corporate companies own skateboarding companies now, so they know what they need to do. It's like, it's unfortunate to a lot of people, but you know what? It's like, it's letting kids live off of skateboarding and not have to work. Like, Nigel's set. You know what I mean? Like, Eric Costin's set. There's certain people that are set, but skateboardings deserve that, because you break your body more than any other sport, dude. Like, football players... That's nothing. You know what I mean? You get sacked here and there, bam, some big guys. Go hit the cement for a living for 30 years. You know what I mean? See how your body feels. Like, it's just like, maybe MMA fighting is like something just even. You know what I mean? You're getting punched up. But I'm like, dude, I'm punching up the ground, like not literally, but with my body, I'm body slamming cement. That's crazy. But I love every second of it. So does every other skater. I love to hit the ground and know I can get up. When people are like, you're like, what? Let's get it.
Yeah. Well, you don't have to ask, because it's like, like now, being an old breakdancer, we're in the Olympics.
Yeah.
So there's that divide. Some are into it, some are not into it. It's not going to represent it, the way, like I thought, even when they first started, I thought X Games did a good job when they first started. I remember, going to Huntington Beach to the small little setups they used to set up, and before it was, super, Coliseum big.
Yeah.
But I thought it wasn't bad, but then you would still hear rumbles of, it's going corporate and blah, blah, blah. You know what I mean? There's always that street. Yeah.
Oh, there's been for a while.
Corporate people kind of thing,
There's been for a while, but everybody's accepting it because the money that's coming out of it. You know what I mean? Everybody's getting paid more. So it's money talks in this world, unfortunately. But,
Well, again, you can still do your own thing.
Yeah. That's a good thing about skateboarding. It's like you can still take the money from these companies and keep going for it. But skateboarding is like you could do it with your friends. You can do it by yourself and still love every second of it and do it your way. So.
Right on, man. Well, let's wrap it up. I mean, it was just go ahead and give some shout outs to people you want to shout out.
No,
anything going on?
No, we got free skateboard lessons in the city of Long Beach at Michael K. Green Skate Park. We'll be located right in front of the skate park. It's going to be April 27th from 9 to 4 p.m. So if your kids want to learn, we're going to be there. Shout out to Dark Star Skateboards, Bones Bearings, Grom USA, S1 Helmets, Scabs Pads, Ace Trucks. Who else, man? There's so many people that's back the program. Nikki Diamonds. Chet Thomas, everybody that supported us on the way up. You know what I mean? We're still going. We're just still beginning. But without your guys' support, we wouldn't be where we're at, and the kids wouldn't be as hyped as they are. If I left anybody out, sorry. There's so many people that support the program. You know, I'm like, we're just blessed to have you.
And again, just show your shirt real quick.
Yes,
that's the logo right here, right? Skatekids. You'll find them Instagram, Facebook,
YouTube.
YouTube. No website yet.
Oh, we got a website, www.weareskatekids.com, spelled out just like it said.
Okay, man. Well, again, Kurtis, I really appreciate you coming down, man.
I appreciate you having us out, man.
You know what I mean? You guys check it out. Skate Kids, get your kids involved. Do you guys teach adults?
we do. We've taught in a few, we taught in like a 39-year-old mom, a 40-year-old dad, and a 25, 26-year-old girl, 25-year-old dude. Like, we get them going, dude. And like, you know, it hurts a little more to fall at that age, but if you want it, we could teach you.
So you don't have to be a kid, man. Or you know what?
No. Hey, just skateboarding is being the kid at heart. We're all kids at heart, so come be a kid with Skate Kids, you know?
Let's say you're skate, you're still a kid inside, man.
Amen.
Yeah, you're right, though. It will hurt a little more.
Yeah, well. It's worth it, though.
So again, thanks for coming out.
No worries.
We're gonna put up the logo and the stuff for you again. Get at them. Even just go on there and check out the videos, man, because they're just cool. Watching the kids do, you guys do the thing with them, and just, you see those kids go down the ramps, and they're just like, yeah, I got that one, man.
For sure, dude. Living through the kids.
Yeah, man. Again, Kurtis, thank you very much. Skate Kids, always a part of the culture, any kind of street culture. Of course, MoonKILL is all about it, man. Thanks for coming.
Hell yeah.
All right. MoonKILL Radio, we're out of here.